Hey friends, Paloma here and welcome to the Bates House. Today I'm coming at you with a Dollar Tree specific book haul. I wanted to do a Dollar Tree specific book haul and make it as informative as possible because I know not everybody has a post office with a free trading library and not everybody's thrift stores puts their items on sale, such as ours where they put their books on sale for like a quarter. So I wanted to make this as obtainable as possible for anyone that has a Dollar Tree nationwide. You can walk into a Dollar Tree and find a variety of book sections, whether they are small to large, but at some point you're going to be able to find books in the store. And if you talk to management, maybe you can find out whenever they are due to stock their bookshelves. We are going to be comparing the Dollar Tree $125 price to online prices. So I pulled up the Amazon store to find all the information on every single one of these books. Plus, I'm going to be telling you guys which ones have audiobooks on Libby. Because if you are new to the channel, welcome. I'm fairly new to doing book hauls. I've already done 2 massive hauls, and now I want to do this one because those were very different. So if you are new to the channel, welcome. If you don't know me, I am what they call an immersive reader. I do read a physical book, which I actually really enjoy and I have to default to, otherwise I will lose the plot. But I also like to meantime in between time from point A to point B while doing laundry and dishes, like to listen to audiobooks. And I will sit down in between also, and between loads I'll let the audio still play and I will still read. At the end of the night I'll put on some music, I'll read the book myself. I am a both kind of girl, so that's how I get through my books fairly quickly, because I pretty much, if I'm loving it, don't put it down. On Libby, I am registered in the Houston area, I am registered in Broward County, and I am registered in my local library. And having multiple locations just opens up a wider catalog for you. And of course, if you're registered to multiple libraries, you want to make sure that you're respecting your timeline. And once you finish the book, return it immediately for someone else who's waiting on it. This entire haul, guys, was a retail of $218.86, taking these prices that I found for current day prices to purchase these books. $218.86. Crazy. I got them from Dollar Tree at $125 a piece, making this haul $22.50, saving $196.36. I have every bit of the information here that I'm going to be going over with you guys, and let's see what we got. So the first little stack we're going to go through are actually paperbacks. I have 5 paperback books that I'm pretty excited about. So in this haul, I am gonna read the excerpts. The reason I feel like it's so important, even though the video is going to be very long, is because if your Dollar Tree doesn't have a wide variety of books, but you hear what the book is about and you get excited about it or interested and you wanna read it, and you go onto your Libby app, you can get the audiobook or get the actual book and be able to read it. If you don't find it in your store, it's still considered reading the book. So that way, if you want to have it in your collection and you come across it one day, you'll know and you will buy it. We are going to go over every single one of the books. And the first one is Robert Jordan's Warrior of the Altai. This one is on sale, hardcover, for $9.92. And that only matters because I went to a book sale today. It was a fill-a-bag book sale. You can fill that bag to the brim for 30 bucks. And I found the hardcover to this one, and I really hope I love it because I have the hardcover. I just didn't want to leave it. It was the only copy of the hardcover, and I was like, man, I was so interested in this book when I found this one that I was like, I'm gonna regret not picking it up for $1.66 hardcover. So I went ahead and grabbed it anyway. So now I have a hardcover and a paperback. I'll probably gift this one to my son if it's interesting or if I like it. And anyway, the paperback for this one online is $17.15 at $1.25. So it just says, the watering holes of the plain are drying up. The fearsome fanghorn grow more numerous and bad omens abound. Wulfgar, a leader of the Altai people, must contend with 2 queens, warlords, prophets, and magic in hopes of protecting his people and securing their future. Elspeth, a visitor from another world, may hold the answers, but first Wulfgar must learn to ask the right questions. But what if the knowledge that saves the Altai will also destroy them? So I did pick that one up. Another thing, with these, I'm also going to let you know which one Amazon has the Goodreads listings for. This one is 3.6 on Goodreads out of 3,406 reviews. If that means anything to you, I don't know. Some people are fans and some people are not, but we are comparing to online prices. It's an online resource. A lot of people go and check, so I feel like it's still prominent information, like it's good information if you are looking and just trying to make a quick decision. Anyway, next we have Gathering Dark by Candace Fox. This one's on Kindle for $12.99, or it's paperback for $16.94. But it's also free on the Libby app with an audiobook. I'm not sure if the book is on there. I'm sure it is. If there's an audiobook, the book is on there. But the audiobook is free on the Libby app, and this one says a convicted killer, a gifted thief, a vicious gang lord, a delusional cop. Together, they're all a missing girl's only hope. Dr. Blair Harbor, once a wealthy, respected pediatric surgeon, is now an ex-con down on her luck. Whoa. She's determined to keep her nose clean and win back custody of her son. But when her former cellmate begs for help to find her missing daughter, Blair is compelled to put a newfound freedom on the line. It's been 10 years since Detective Jessica Sanchez arrested Blair for cold-blooded murder. So when Jessica opens the door to the disgraced doctor late one night, she expects abuse, maybe even violence. What comes next is a plea for help. Sounds good. Next, we have Trading Places. It's this one here. This is by Emily Duvall. This one is on Kindle for $7.99. It's paperback for $14.19 right now. Crazy. And it's 3.5 on Goodreads. And it's also on the Libby app. So you have the free audio there if you want it. So opposites don't attract. They swap lives. From the outside looking in, socialite Lexi North's life looks decadently perfect right down to her diamond-dusted nails. But you know what they say about glass houses. When one night goes horribly wrong with the whole world watching, she's challenged to swap lives with the salty, albeit gorgeous man she rear ends with her car. Oh my gosh. For mechanic Evan Bailey, life is definitely not a party. There's no daddy's credit card for fixing up his family's auto shop, raising his too precious for anyone's good niece, and getting his account from deep in the red to black, which is precisely when opportunity and celebutante Lexi North smashes into his life. But what should have been an easy bet gets a whole lot harder with an inexplicably hot chemistry between them. Now the only way for either of them to get what they want is to go for broke. That's adorable. So there's that one. Next, we have Extra Witchy by Anna Aguirre. Really pretty little cover. These covers get me because they feel like, I don't know what it is. Like it's like a super matte, velvety kind of texture on the front. It's kind of crazy. All right, so this one retails for, it only has paperback for $7.70 right now on Amazon. Kindle is $9.99, and there is a free audiobook on Libby. So with this one, it says, can a woman who doesn't believe in forever find true love with a man who stopped believing in anything at all? Oh, that's lame. All right, after 2 failed marriages, Leanne Vanderpool is here for a good time, not for a long time. I'm not going to start singing. She only loves the witches in her coven, and she cares more about her career than happily ever after. A difficult past makes her skittish, and she doesn't trust relationships to stick. But when she decides to run for city council, instead of wasting her talents cleaning up messes for the mayor's office, she fears her past could be used against her. Unless she can find the right husband to shore up her political career. Trevor Montgomery might have peaked in high school. Jeez. He was popular then and in college as well, but he partied away his future, met the wrong person, and everything fell apart. Now he's jobless, dateless, and hopeless, at least according to his toxic family. The chance meeting with the redhead of his dreams offers an unexpected ray of light just when he needs it most. So she's going to be like, not the damsel in distress, he's going to be the sir in distress, and she's going to save him. All right, and then we have Eat to Treat. This is to treat inflammation or reduce inflammation in your body by Maggie Berghoff. This one retails for $10.94. There is no audiobook on Libby for this one, and it's on the Kindle for $13.99. I do try to look up different things. I feel like this is just very informative, and it's kind of like researchy, so it's not really an audio kind of read, because, you know, you jump through different things and then you reference different things. So I can understand that. Anyway, there's that one. And that is it for the paperbacks. So the math on the paperbacks goes like this. Total retail for the 5 paperbacks was $70.02. Dollar Tree price was $6.25, saving $63.77, not including the free audiobooks on Libby, which is already substantial savings because as you can see, we have $9.92, we have $12.99, $7.99, $9.99. So yeah, we're already saving some pretty good money there. I think next we should go into the kids books really quick because there's only 4 of those. I did pick up 4 books. 2 are kind of educational since Boogie does homeschool, and then 2 are reading books, and I'm going to be bribing him this year to be reading more, and I wanted to have audiobook options for him as well. Unfortunately, these don't have audiobooks on Libby, but you can actually put a notification little bell tab, and then they will notify you if your libraries get an audio version. Maybe if you put the bells and you mark the tags and do all the things, it lets them know what you want to have available. I don't know how that works, but I can only assume that the more they see is requested, then they will probably try to get it. Anyway, that being said, total retail for the kids 4 books was $46.03. Dollar Tree price was $5, saving $41.03. Fantastic. Let's look at the first one, which is Ring of Solomon. We have this one here. It looks like a really good book. It's by Aidan Polydoros. Zach Darlington used to live in the world's most boring town. That is until he buys a mysterious ring at the flea market, which suddenly causes the whole place to become overrun with monsters straight from the Jewish folklore of his mother. His mother had shared with him and his annoying little sister Naomi all their lives. Yada, 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 yada. Surprisingly, the king of demons isn't the scariest creature attracted to the ring, and secret society emerges from hiding, intent on using Zach and the ring to summon 3 monsters, the Behemoth, Leviathan, and the Ziz, to fulfill prophecy, spelling doom for all who walk the earth. So I thought that was a cute little read. I need him to do more reading. He's going to be in the 6th grade this coming school year, so we have more reading to do. That one retails for hardcover $15.86. Paperback is $6, and we got the hardcover, which is pretty awesome. And then this one, the Map Maker, I thought looked really cool with the dragon and everything in the front. The kids are riding the dragon. I mean, it's got all the things. This one is hardcover $8.78. Paperback is $7.99. This one is on the Kindle for $4.99. The other one was on Kindle for $7.99. That being said, this is what it looks like. Super cute. Great quality books. Oh, look. Cute little image. Okay, it says, when Walt and his family relocate to Blackbird Bay, Walt thinks it's the most boring place on earth. While his twin sister Van likes to spend her time skateboarding, Walt prefers to hide out in his room and work on his beloved world, Jaruba. Shortly after their arrival, Walt discovers something extraordinary. He has the ability to make maps come to life. Suddenly, his new hometown doesn't seem so boring after all, and when the magical heirloom leaves Walt, his new friend Dylan and Van, stranded in the fantastical world that Walt created, he'll need to harness his new power to get home. But things are changing. People have gone missing, and it's clear that a malevolent rival to the kingdom, a fellow map maker, has a nefarious plan for Walt. If he's not stopped soon, Jaruba could become nothing but a shadow of itself, or worse, gone forever. And if a map maker can destroy one world, could the earth be next? Super cute. So I did pick that one up. And then we have 2 kind of educational books, which I thought were actually pretty cool for the kiddos. The first one is What's a Germ? And it's pretty intense. And this is kind of like Boogie's humor here. It says hardcover $11.50. It currently sells on Amazon for $11.50. Check this out. So it says What's a Germ by Joseph Lister, the medical mystery that forever changed the way we heal. And I mean, this is a pretty intense book, but it is really great quality. The cover on this is like something you'd see in like a school. It is so nice and well made. It's a beautiful book. And then on the inside, it says the history of surgery is filled with screaming patients, amputations, and deadly infections. If there were ever a way to get Boogie interested in something, that would be the opener. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but that is so cool. So I'm going to kind of consider this to be science, and we will read through that for science. And then we have some comic book history here. This is Show Me History, Abraham Lincoln. Defender of the Union by Mark Schulman and Tom Martin. This one sells for $9.99. It doesn't have audiobook and all that stuff because it is a comic book, but it does have a rating of 4.2 on Goodreads. I totally forgot to give y'all the reviews on the other ones. Hold on. Before I continue, this one, Ring of Solomon, has a rating of 3.9 on Goodreads. Mapmaker has a rating of 3.8 on Goodreads. The What's a Germ has a rating of 4.3, and I can see that because I think Boogie would really be entertained by that. And then this one has a rating of 4.2 on Goodreads. So it's basically just a comic version of Abraham Lincoln history. Super cool. We're going to go over that together and see what it says. But that is a very nice quality book. I saw this and I was like, wow, so fancy. So yeah, I did pick those up. Okay, so next we're going to go into the hardcovers. Now these I will be reading the excerpts or the blurbs from. So the hardcover books are a total retail of $102.81. I paid $11.25, saving $91.56. And of course, again, not including the audiobooks for all of the books that have it on the Libby app. We're going to start off smallest to largest with the books here. These are all hardcover. This is Loot by Jennifer Thorne. And this one has a good readings review of 3.6. It sells on Amazon hardcover for $16.54. And it does have an audiobook on Libby, which means you can listen and read along. So this one says, on the idyllic island of Loot, every 7th summer, 7 people die. No more, no less. Loot and its inhabitants are blessed year after year with good weather, good health, and good fortune despite all the war that rages around them. So it's only fair that every 7 years, on the day of the tithe, the island's gift is honored. American Nina Treadway is new to Loot. She became a lady through her marriage to Lord Treadway, whose family was long protected on the island. Nina's heard about the day, of course, but she thinks it's all superstitious nonsense. Stories told to keep newcomers at bay and youngsters in line. Then the day begins, and it's a day of nightmares, of grief, of reckoning, but it's also a day of community, of survival and strength, of love at its most pure and untamed. When the day ends, Nina and Loot will never be the same. So yeah, I picked that one up. It's a nice little short read. It's a smaller book and it only has 274 pages. Next, we have this one. This is Anna. I am so excited to read this one. I cannot wait to finish the last 2 of my Dollar Tree 5-book review. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I've been putting out polls to read 5 books that I will do a video review on, and you guys take a poll on what those 5 books are going to be. I have so far read Amanda Quick, The Lady Has a Past, My Policeman, 6 of Crows, and I am currently on a number 4 of 5, which is Crowbones, and then I have one more left, which is The Swell. I'm excited to get into The Swell. I hope it's as good as it looks. Anyway, I want this to be one of my 5 in the next that I'm going to be reading after those because it looks so good. This is Anna. Hardcover on Amazon is $12.90. It does have an audiobook on Libby, and that makes me more excited about it. Listen to this. What really happens and what are we capable of when we sleep? What if our nightmares really aren't nightmares at all? Anna is a budding 25-year-old writer with a bright future. Then one night she stabs 2 people to death in her sleep. Anna, now dubbed Sleeping Beauty by the tabloids, has a rare psychosomatic disorder known as resignation syndrome. Dr. Benedict Prince is a forensic psychologist and an expert in the field of sleep-related homicides. To solve this case, he must wake up Anna so she can stand trial, but he has to be careful. Anna's a high-profile suspect, and he's got career secrets and a complicated personal life of his own. As Anna shows the first signs of stirring, Benedict must determine what really happened and whether she should be held responsible for her crimes. Only Anna knows the truth about that night, and only Benedict knows how to discover it. But what they find out may put them both in grave danger. So I thought that was kind of cool. And these books are all just so nice, brand new, gorgeous books. So yeah, I'm excited for that one. Next we have this one, The Other Side of Mrs. Wood by Lucy Barker. Nice hardcover book, and I love the black candles in the background there. This one retails for $13.88 hardcover. It is on Kindle for $13.99. Oh, this one has 3.4 on Goodreads, and this one is 3.5 on Goodreads. It does not have an audiobook on Libby, unfortunately. I want your reputation, the girl said to Mrs. Wood. I want everything you have. Mrs. Wood is London's most celebrated medium. She's managed to survive decades in the competitive world of contacting the other side and avoid the dreaded slips that revealed others as frauds, and is still hosting packed out seances for Victorian high society. Yet some of her patrons have recently canceled their appointments. There are reports of American mediums nearly materializing full spirits, and audiences are no longer satisfied with the knocking on the tables, candle theatrics of years gone by. And then at one of Mrs. Wood's routine gatherings, she hears something terrifying and faint but unmistakable, a yawn. So like the people are getting bored. Mrs. Wood needs to spice up her brand. She decides to take on Emmy Finch, a young protege, with her show. But is Emmy the naive ingenue she seems to be? Or does she pose more of a threat to Mrs. Wood's reign and more horrifyingly her reputation than Mrs. Wood's could ever have imagined? That sounds fun. When I saw this on the shelf, I was stoked. I don't even know if it's good or not, but just the book itself, like the cover, the size, everything just like got my attention. This one is Blade Breaker by Victoria Aveyard. Look at this gorgeous book. It's gorgeous. This one is on sale on Amazon for $10.20. It does have an audiobook. This is another one of my 5 that I hope I can get. It is rated an even 4 on Goodreads out of 13,000 reviews, guys. Wow, I'm excited. All right, so this one does have an audiobook. Super excited for this one. It says, the fate of the world rests on a blade's edge. Fighting beside her band of unlikely companions, Coraine is learning to embrace her ancient lineage and wield her father's powerful sword, but when she successfully closed one of the spindles, her journey is far from over. Queen Erida's army marches across Alward with her consort, Terriston, right beside them, opening more portals into a nightmarish world, razing kingdoms to the ground. That sounds weird. Coraine has no choice but to assemble an army of her own if she's to save the realm as she knows it. But perilous lands await her and the companions, and they face assassins, otherworldly beasts, and tempestuous seas, all as they rally a divided ward to fight behind them. Terriston has unleashed an evil far more wicked than his corpse armies. Something deadly awaits in the shadows, something that might consume the world before there's any hope for victory. So yeah, look at that. So cool. Front and back. Oh my gosh. That's exciting. So I did pick that one up. I really hope this is in one of my 5s. This one does not have a audiobook on Libby or Hoopla or anywhere else that you can just get for free. It's rated 3.1 on Goodreads out of 1,469 reviews. It's called The Last Days of the Midnight Ramblers by Sarah Tomlinson. Look at this gorgeous cover. This is beautiful. Anke. Anke is ready to tell all. A world-famous model and style icon. She revealed in headline-grabbing romances with not 1 but 3 members of the hugely influential rock band, the Midnight Ramblers. The band members were famous for their backstage drama as for their music, and Anke is the only one who fully understands the tangled relationships, betrayals, and suspicions that have added to the Ramblers' enduring appeal and mystique. The band's legendary status is perhaps most defined by the mystery around Anke's role in the death of Mal, the band's founder and Anke's husband, in 1969. When Mari accepts the job to work with Anke in her memoir, she's determined to learn the truth about Mal's death. She's always been deft at navigating the fatal charms of celebrities, having grown up with a narcissistic, alcoholic father. As she ingratiates herself into the world of the band, she grows enchanted against her better judgment by these legendary rock stars. She knows she can't get pulled too deep, otherwise she'll compromise her objectivity and her integrity. So there's that one. Next, we have Charles Todd's The Cliff's Edge. I actually saw this one today at the sale, at the book sale. So I still got this one for cheaper, getting it from Dollar Tree, which is pretty awesome because my average cost per book today was $1.66 for the book bag sale. And I paid $1.25 for this one. So that was awesome. That's kind of what I was shooting for whenever I was picking my books today. I wanted to get as close as I possibly could to Dollar Tree prices, and I think I did fairly well considering the books that I got for $1.66. Crazy. This is The Cliff's Edge by Charles Todd. This one is rated 4.1 on Goodreads. The hardcover right now is on Amazon for $11.48, but it is free on Libby with the audiobook. And I'm sure, again, like I said before, the audiobooks, if they're available, the books are available as well. So you can actually read an actual ebook of the book. This one says, in the aftermath of World War I, Nurse Bess is caught in a deadly feud between two families in this 13th book in the beloved mystery series from New York. Oh my gosh, 13th book. What? 13th book? Oh, I hope it's not a problem reading it. Oh my gosh. Look at all of those. I hope it's still good. Oh, that's kind of... We'll see how it is. Maybe it's a good standalone. Maybe you don't have to read all the other ones. So far, I've come to find that if you have to read previous books and know these people and kind of build relationships before you get to a certain new book, then you just have to, because building the relationship part in the beginning is so essential, because then you just feel lost whenever you jump into a book that you should read the whole series. It's very strange. Anyway, it says, restless and uncertain of her future in the wake of World War I, former battlefield nurse Bess agrees to travel to Yorkshire to help her cousin Melinda's friend through surgery. Circumstances change suddenly when news of a terrible accident reaches them. Bess agrees to visit the Neville family in the isolated village of Scarfdale, where one man has been killed and another gravely injured. The police are asking questions, and Bess is quickly drawn into the fray as two once close families take sides, even as they're forced to remain in the same house until the inquest is completed. That means there's going to be a lot of perspectives, a lot of people probably talking. When another tragedy strikes, the police are ready to make an arrest. Bess struggles to keep order as tensions rise and shots are fired. What dark truth is behind these deaths? What about the tale of an older murder, one that doesn't seem to have anything to do with the Nevilles? Bess is unaware that when she passes the story on to cousin Melinda, she will set in motion a revelation with potential to change the lives of those she loves most, her parents, her dearest friend, Simon Brandon. So there's that. Next, we have Deep Freeze. This one, unfortunately, doesn't have an audiobook. I hope it did. But the storyline is actually pretty good, or the excerpt is pretty good, so I shouldn't have a problem reading this one on its own. This one is rated 4 on Goodreads, and it sells for $10.09 on Amazon. It is Deep Freeze by Michael Grumley. It says, the accident came quickly. With no warning, in the dead of night, a precipitous lunge into the freezing river trapped everyone inside the bus. It was then that Army veteran John Reef's life came to an end, extinguished in the sudden rush of frigid water. There was no expectation of survival, none, let alone waking up beneath blinding hospital lights, struggling to move, see, or even breathe. But the doctors assure him that everything is normal and that things will improve, and yet he has a strange feeling that there's something they're not telling him. As Reif's mind and body gradually recover, he becomes certain that the doctors are lying to him. One by one, puzzle pieces slowly fall into place, and he soon realizes that things are not always what they seem. Critical information is being kept from him. Secrets, supposedly for his own good, but who's doing this and why? And the most important question, can he keep himself alive long enough to uncover the truth? Very Bourne Identity. So, neat book there. And then we have 2 more books, and we are done. The next one is You Only Call When You're in Trouble, and I feel like we all know somebody. We all know somebody, right? Who only calls when they need something and are so interested in you when they have a question, want to borrow something, need information, whatever. But it says You Only Call When You're in Trouble, Stephen McCauley. This one is rated 3.4 on Goodreads and Kindle $12, Hardcover is on sale for $10.48. Is it ever okay to stop caring for others and start living for yourself? Yes, it's okay. Do it. After a long time of taking care of his impossible but irresistible sister and his cherished niece, Tom is ready to put himself first. An architect specializing in tiny houses, he finally has an opportunity to build his masterpiece. His last shot at leaving a footprint on a dying planet. Assuming, that is, he can stick to his resolution to keep the demands of his needy family at bay. Naturally, that's when his phone rings. His niece, Cecily, the real love of Tom's life, as his boyfriend reminded him when moving out, is embroiled in an investigation at the college where she teaches that threatens her career and relationship. And after decades of lying, his sister wants him to help her tell Cecily the real identity of her father. Bro. It sounds like there's a lot of enabling. Tom does what he has always done, answers the call. Thus begins the journey that will change everyone's life and demonstrate the beauty of dysfunction, or both, of the ties that bind families together and sometimes strangles them. That sounded really good. I like when people like put their foot down and start to say no and do things for themselves, and self-respect and self-valuing and boundaries and all that jazz. The last hardcover we have is Antimatter Blues. This one is rated 4 on Goodreads, and it does have an audiobook on Libby. It retails for $10.48 hardcover. It's Antimatter Blues by Edward Ashton. Summer has come to Nefheim. The lichens are growing, the six-winged bat things are chirping, and much to his own surprise, Mickey Barnes is still alive. That last part thanks almost entirely to the fact that Commander Marshall believes that the colony's creeper neighbors are holding an antimatter bomb, and that Mickey is the only one who's keeping them from using it. Mickey's just another colonist now. Instead of cleaning out the Rector Core, he spends his time these days cleaning out the rabbit hutches. It's not a bad life. It's not gonna last. It may be sunny now, but winter is coming. The antimatter that fuels the colony is running low, and Marshall wants his bomb back. Okay? If Mickey agrees to retrieve it, he'll be giving up the only thing that's kept his head off of the chopping block. If he refuses, he might doom the entire colony. Meanwhile, the creepers have their own worries, and they're not going to surrender the bomb without getting something in return. Once again, Mickey finds the fate of 2 species resting in his hands. If something goes wrong this time, though, he won't be coming back. So once again, he's done this before, and right now he's in his soft era. Okay, so this one does have an audiobook. That's going to be pretty awesome. And again, the retail for the hardcovers was $102.81. Dollar Tree price was $11.25, saving $91.56. And let's go over the total cost again. The total value for all of the books you saw today was $218.86. I paid $22.50, saving $196.36, not including the free audiobooks on Libby that help me get through these books faster. Mind you, I'm a mother. I work out daily. That takes up a lot of time. It's a good 30-minute drive from my house to the gym. So I'm always wanting to just continue my book while I'm on my way to the gym, on my way to a store or something like that. And then when I get home and I just want to chill after the gym, I will definitely pop over my actual book and read. So it's great to have the audiobooks available. That's how I know I'm going to be able to get through the books a lot faster. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Again, the reason I wanted to do a Dollar Tree specific haul was just to show you that it doesn't have to be a 40 book haul like my previous ones were, because I got free books on top of 25-cent books and all that stuff. You can literally walk into a Dollar Tree and find amazing quality books for yourself, for your kiddos, for gifts, for your library, for your to-be-reads, whatever. You can do it on a budget. That way, if it's something you're not a huge fan of, or if you know your friend might be more interested in a book like that maybe you didn't want, you can pass it on and not feel guilty. You can get literally 5 or 6 books for the price of one book in a department store or online. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below. Let me know what book you're most interested in, or what kind of books do you like to read the most. Are you okay with Dollar Tree having older books that have come out and you're not on top of the new trendy situation? I was out of the book game for a long time, so I don't even understand the majority of who's like popular or what's trending aside from what I see on social media, but I've never been a follow the trend kind of girl. So that being said, I'm okay with walking in and just picking cool looking stuff and reading that and enjoying that. because I feel like the other stuff's always going to be there, and I'll just get it whenever it comes to Dollar Tree and it goes on clearance for like $3. So comment down below, let me know what book out of these you found the most interesting. If you know anybody that's getting into book reading or maybe building a small library and wants to find some books on a small budget, go ahead and share this video with them, because that is how we make this community grow. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell on your way out to be notified of new videos whenever I post. I'm random, okay? I am your random friend. I do thrift hauls, Dollar Tree hauls, book hauls now. I do home organization, I do crafty things, I do canning things, I do all kinds of stuff because I have a problem. I am interested in so many different things, and I am fully invested in all of those things, where I create spaces in my house and my surroundings for those things. And then that also becomes content. So if I am your cup of tea, then hit that notification bell so you can be notified of new videos whenever I post. You can follow me on my social media on Instagram, where I share everything real time with you guys all day, every day. It's at the Bates House, hashtag Bates House, pretty much anything, and I will be there. But for now, guys, that's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.